Good day folks, this video we will review what are the features available in DataStage Designer. So the DataStage Designer, we can import metadata, create new job, understand links and stages, add links and stages, design a simple job, and compile, validate, run the job, open director within Designer and run your job, import and export DataStage components. It's nothing but export and import DataStage job that the developers will be developing in the development environment. Okay, we will check one by one. So before going to the system, so this is the simple designer view. So here we have the window. This is called repository, the project repository. This window we have connected CO test project. This CO test project under jobs. So we have so many folders created for the project. So we can create different folders based on your module and save the jobs. So this is palette. So palette is nothing but here a group of predefined functions. We can use it for your job development. For example, if you want to use the file stages, right? For example, if you want pull the data from your local file system, we can go to the file tab in the palette and drag and drop the whatever is required. For example, this job this is a simple job. Data will be extracted from the sequential file, two different sequential file, and funneling it, then doing some transformation and loading to Oracle database. For this, here the developer how this was developed, right? So just went to the file and selected the sequential file and the processing here funnel, and again transformer also here in the processing tab, and in the database tab we have database connectivity predefined functions. We have to drag and drop the components that is required to develop the job. So we will connect to the system and review one by one, and also we will create a simple job and try to extract data. As we don't have to much worry about the designer and the job development. We as administrator, we have to only write this piece of code. It's very simple, very simple job, and just to run it. We have to ensure the project, as I mentioned earlier, whenever the DataStage administrator creating new project, the administrator need to ensure the job and the project is in working state, and application time will be carried the application activities. So for that we have to write piece of code and run it. It will help us to this is the way we can ensure the project is usable for the project environment. And next screen, even we have some active stages and passive stages, right? The active stages is nothing but the connectivity system, source and target connectivity systems are active stages. Passive stages. Active stages are active, so doing a transformation, aggregation, sorting, remove duplicates, many more stages are the predefined components will be used comes under active stages. Passive, just pass the data, pull the data and pass the data, and just it's easy to understand. We don't have to much worry about these things. Go to next slide. This is kind of as I mentioned, this is repository. So this is the place where we have the palette and all other things, right? So this is the designer window connected to the data CO test project. Here the complete thing, right? And this is falls under the project, what are the information, the folders available. Then this is called as repository, and this is palette. We have different components, different tabs. So generally the tabs are grouped. So we can also we have favorites tab. So what are the stages, the predefined functions that you are frequently using? You can add those to favorites and use it before going to each and every tab and searching the particular components that you are frequently using. And this is also another simple job. So the job is extracting the data from sequential file and loading to another sequential file. In between we have transformer which will help users to transform even the modify some data. We will see one by one. So here this all we don't have to worry much about this. Here the job view also, sorry, data view. So once the connectivity everything is done, we can just click the view and see the data how it is displaying the designer window. This is a transformer stage, so this is source system, just we can map it. If you want map all the columns to source link to target link for this stage, you can just drag and drop everything. You can select the top menu, just drag and drop, or if you want particular column also particularly you can just link it. Also we can change the column order also. So based on this we can map here, this column map here, this column map here. We can change the column order also, not a problem. See, like this. See, if you want, I want only these 5 or 6 columns here and only this custom ready is here. We don't want the company name and contact in the few columns, right? So we can, like this, we can ignore the unwanted columns. Anyway, this all will be done by developers. We don't have to worry as a admin. We are administrator. Sequential file. So by using sequential file, when you just double click or right click and go check the properties, this window will come. Here we will have to select the file where it is downloaded in your Linux system where your retail engine is running. See, we have separate file system called /download. Under download, all the files will be downloaded daily or weekly or monthly, depends on the business requirement and how the job develops. Then once the file is available, the job will start running. Then we will discuss one by one. And this is the way compile and recompile. And what else? The tools. This is running jobs. This option here, the tools here. Tools menu, we have many more options. We will review one by one by connecting to the server. Export jobs, components, import jobs. This is director. Anyway, okay, we will go to designer client component. Try to connect our server. So our service stayer server will have to reach first service stayer. Our default port is 9443, but our port is 9446 because the default port used by some other application. So we are using 9446 in our POC environment. And username, password, all the parameters will have to give. So let's see, still loading. Now it is loaded. See here, service stayer address, service stayer Linux hostname, service stayer port, service stayer running in this port, and admin ID, as I mentioned in my previous video, IIS admin suite level admin ID, information server level admin ID, and we will have to key in the correct password. If we give these 3 parameters, we will be able to select the particular project, whatever available in this certificate. Just give yes. See here, sometimes some environment, for example from UAT onwards, you may have multiple engines connected to the particular services there. That also will be listed. So first level authentication will go to the services there. Once service layer authenticated, then we will go to the particular product. Here our case, we are after the service layer authentication, we are going to the engine tier. So engine, we have only one engine, the same server. So we are seeing a list of projects here. So for example, my development team want to start some project activities to this project. We have to just click select this project and log in. See the designer client connecting to the DataStage server and loading the server level, server side components, and also this is fitting with our designer client. So we can see the graphical window now. See, this is our designer window. So my system is asking me to create new job. So I just give cancel. We'll just review. So here the palette, nothing is there, and we will have to just give job. Here we have sequence job, parallel job, server job. Server jobs are not used now. We are not using it. These are ancient days. Parallel jobs. Through this only we'll be able to run the jobs in multiple node and run the batch quickly. Parallelism. Here in server jobs we don't have any parallelism mechanism. So here we can use parallelism option and run the batch quickly in multiple node. So just select the parallel. So now the components are predefined components are loaded in the palette. So here, for example, here if I want create simple job, I want create some dummy data, 100 records, and load it to some sequential file, or I need to create data set. In data set we will discuss later. Data set is a very much important one. So now go to the debug. I want create just a row generator. I want create some records, and I use some active stages. Actually row generator is one of the passive stage. This is used for creating the mock data, and here I will use some copy stage, simple copy stage, and here I will use sequential file. So I will save this data to some Unix server. I am creating, loading this file to sequential file. Or you want to load this data to some database, we can do that. Go to the database. We have DB2 connector. We have many more connectors available here. JDB, we can create use JDBC connector and connect to the database and any system. And ODBC connector also available. Even Oracle connector also available. For example, if I want to load this data to the mock data to Oracle DB, we can use this. We can use here link also available. Where is general link? So just click this link. We can link like this. The link is nothing but just connecting the predefined function. These are stages. These are called stages in DataStage. Here is row generator stage, copy stage, Oracle connector stage. These are stages. So this is link. See, we are connecting the stages called link. The link is available in general tab under the palette. So you can just right click, just drag and drop. Also you can do that. Drag and join this. So here right here we have row generator, copy stage, and Oracle stage. So if you have Oracle stage, Oracle database readily available integrated with the data stage, we can pull the data from the row generator. It will generate some dummy test data, and here copy stage will do some processing, some simple process, and load data to Oracle database. So our case we will use just a simple sequential file and just create one job and test it quickly. So row generator, we will use how many records we have to generate. For example, in my case I want to create 100 records. So go to the column step where we can create the emp underscore name. This is column name. SQL type, I want to give varchar length 100 example. So emp id, emp underscore id, so employee id. So this is integer, how many digits? 5 digit integer. And department, DPT department, this is varchar and 20, varchar 20. So here this is called metadata, simply table definition. We are creating the data definition, table definition. So emp employee name, I want employee name in varchar, emp id in integer, department name in varchar. So just creating simple table definition. I'm going to create a dummy record for testing purpose. So here we have, if you click the column tab, you can see the available columns that we have added here, and we have the data we can view the data. For example, I want view 10 records, I can give 10 records, system will generate randomly, it will display. See, here just a dummy record, we have given 100, right? So it will randomly fill the employee name up to 100, and the employee ID also it will randomly give up to the 5-digit number, how max the row that we are going to generate. Department name also 20 we have given, so up to 20 it will randomly apply. Just close this, give OK, and the copy stage we will have to just map it, so that the input data will be moved to the output. So, or if you want ignore something, if you don't want this column, you can just delete. Yes, only if you want map only these 2 columns, you can map. So I want my case I want move all the 3 columns, so just give OK. In columns also, whatever we have defined in the row generator stage, everything will be moved. The table definition moved, metadata management simply. This is automatically moved to the second stage called copy stage. Here also, even once the output link is mapped, it will automatically go to the sequential file also. We don't have to define anything. Data stage is having this capability. See, that is our one slide we were talking about. See, this is metadata management. So whatever we are defining here, in our case our source system is row generator, so we have defined three different columns, that is called employee name, employee ID, department. So the same thing will be maintained till end of the stage, which is the target stage after the processing. If we go to open the properties of the file, we can just go to the columns, you can see these 3 columns, yes, available. This is called metadata management. So we don't have to much worry about this. Just double click the sequential file stage, or just right click and go to properties. Anyway, should be okay. So here file, so where we want load this file, so this we can load the data to flat file on the Linux system, not the Windows machine where we have client. So for this we will have to give the path and file name. Now I will go to cd/temp ls some anything called some data in a folder, anyway we'll just give it temp. Let's see, /temp, okay, test.txt. you will create this file, maybe this override this. There are many more options available, we don't have to worry. Then we are just writing piece of code and ensuring the project is it's not having any problem and application team able to use that one. We have to ensure this. Okay, just give OK. Now the development is done. We are generating 100 records for testing purpose from the row generator and moving to copy stage. From copies to sequential file, we are loading the data to flat file on the Linux system where we have the ETL engine is running, not the Windows machine where we have our client machine. We have given the Unix server, Linux server now path /temp. So now we have to save this job under jobs. So we have to save test1, maybe already available. So my test1, let's save this. So once this is saved, this is compile option, compile. So just click this button, compilation is in progress, job successfully compiled with no errors. If you want to recompile, we can do that. So once compilation is done, so basically this design will be graphically, this is design, back end some script will be created for each and every job and saved it to the particular project. Here our case we have my MOI_DWC_dev, the particular project name, and the job will be saved under the project in the projects folder which we have created from DataStage Administrator. just close this. Now I want to run this job, so just click the run button. This is the run button. Just run this. So here different options available. We don't have to worry about these things. Even some case, right, some real-time cases, abort job after this many warnings. Sometimes data may not be clean. So whenever the data is matching any records may not matching the metadata with metadata and table definition, it will give warning. So some case, right, if exceeds the particular warning, we can set the condition and abort the job. Okay, we don't have to worry about this. We'll just give no limit and just run the job. We'll see run, or if you want validate also we can validate. So just clicking this validate. What will happen? Just validating. If nothing, no problem. Validation is success. So we can just run this job now. Click run. My job is running. See, the pipeline still not started. Yeah, pipeline. See, this is green. Earlier this was black. So now after running this job, data moved from the row generator to data 100 records generated from the row generator, and moved to copy stage from here to sequential file stage, and data stored in this file. We will check this file. This 100 records. So let's see first file is available or not. ls -ltr temp txt. See, the file is available. So now we will just head top 10 lines. See, we can see this. Here totally 100 records. Maybe we can do cat 5wc word count -l. Now line count. See, we have 100 lines in this file. So like this we can create piece of code, simple job, and run it. This is more than sufficient for the administrators. So now we have another options, right? Now the development is done. I want to move this job to UAT or SIT, right? For that I have to go to the export option. Export, and we have separate topical job export and import using designer and IS tool. We will discuss in detail. So here export option, just select the export option, change selection. So you can go to the particular job, see my test one, we can export, select this job, or you can select all, you can export everything, and this is the file name, file extension .dsx. We can give this file name. File will be extracted, the job will be extracted and saved as a .dsx, because we are exporting from designer. The file extension is dsx. So like this we can just export. Maybe we can give this path to desktop also, anywhere wherever we want to download it. We can just give this desktop, and here my job .dsx. The extension automatically will come. Anyway, we can give this also, not a problem. So now we can just export. The export completed. We can see the job here, my job .dsx. The same way we can import. We can move this code to SIT project. We can import by using, here we have import option, import components. Just import. Then we will discuss in detail when we will talk more on the export, import, and the deployment. We have two different options. One, we can move the code from designer, and second option we have command line utility from Unix side, which will be mostly used in the project environment. That is called IS tool. We will export that as well. So this is how we can develop a simple job and export and import through the from the designer itself by connecting to the particular project. Now we can go to director, where we can run the job and monitor job. Here we have option tools. Designer itself we have option called tools and run director. It will directly connect to the director. This is asking some date, sync up date and time. We just give yes to proceed, and sometimes we'll ask certificate also. Now this is my director window. We will explore director in next video. So this is how we can simply develop a simple job. So this is a repository for this project, the palette. So whenever you open new job or edit the job, open the job, this window will come. So okay, we have to ensure the main thing is developers and everyone need to ensure whenever they are opening any job, so before closing the designer, we have to ensure the job is closed. And also only one developers can access this job. So others need to want to access, they will be able to open only in read only mode. Only one person can open this job and edit the job, or one person can save the job and compile. Okay. So what else? So the director, we will director features and options we will explore in the next video. Thank you guys. Keep learn, keep growing.